What if, from the moment you were born, there was a secret clock embedded in your shadow, silent, invisible to the naked eye, but ticking away the moments of your life with unerring precision? No one knew exactly when it had appeared or who had first discovered it, but eventually everyone came to understand the truth. The shadow knew. It tracked you. Not just your time on Earth, but your choices, your trajectory, your very essence. Some said the clock measured your potential. Others believed it was counting down to a personal destiny, your greatest triumph, your last breath, the moment everything would make sense. You could go your whole life never seeing it, unless you learned how to look. But those who did, those who dared to stare into their shadow under the right light, on the right kind of day, would see it there. Just faintly, gears turning silently behind the silhouette of their heels. Always forward, always ticking, until one day, yours doesn't. Instead, it starts to tick backward. At first, you think it's a mistaken illusion. But the movement is undeniable, a steady rewind echoing through your shadow like time itself unraveling beneath your feet. Panic sets in, quiet at first. Like a bad dream you try to brush away. But you notice changes. People you once knew start to forget you. Memories become fuzzy at the edges, like film degrading frame by frame. You reach for your phone and find photos missing from your gallery. Conversations you remember never happened. A friend you swore you'd grown up with looks at you with polite confusion. And as the clock ticks back further, so too does the world's recognition of you. Your accomplishments vanish from records. Digital traces delete themselves. You're not dying, not in the traditional sense. You're being rewound, unraveled from the timeline, existence peeling away 1 second at a time. Desperation drives you to find answers, to seek others who've seen what you now live. In the shadowy corners of society, you find whispers, others who saw their clocks reverse. People thought long gone, but who were really undone. Some tried to fight it, scrawling diaries to anchor their memories, tattooing their skin with dates and names, trying to stay ahead of the backward pull. Others embraced it, believing that if the clock moved in reverse, maybe they could fix old mistakes, relive what was lost. Unmake pain, but that hope comes at a price. Because while you go back, the world moves forward. You become increasingly out of sync, out of place in a reality that once made perfect sense, but now feels foreign, hollow, like déjà vu stretched too far. And then comes the deeper terror. What happens when the ticking reaches the moment before your birth? Is that the end? Or a reset? Will you vanish completely? As if you never existed? Or be reborn, looping endlessly in a cycle you can never break? You start noticing patterns, places you're drawn to, faces that seem familiar though they shouldn't. Maybe the clock isn't just erasing you. Maybe it's recalibrating you, peeling away the person you thought you were to reveal something truer underneath. What if the shadow's clock isn't a countdown at all, but a compass pulling you not toward death, but toward the moment you were meant to be? In this world, shadows don't just follow, they guide. They carry silent truths, ticking mysteries, and sometimes warnings. So as yours moves backward, second by second, you're left with a choice. Try to stop it, resist the unraveling, or lean into the rewind, trusting that in the act of becoming forgotten, you might finally remember who you really are.